For the first time, Action News Jax takes you inside a local company working to solve what many view as a national security issue. The answer is buried in these waste piles, millions of tons of byproduct from making fertilizer. We're talking about rare metals used to make your cell phones, computers, and even the American military's weapons. And right now, 95% of those metals are processed in China. The only mountains in Florida are man-made. These are piles of phosphogypsum, millions of tons of it. It's a byproduct of making phosphate-based fertilizer. Florida leads the nation in production. For years, these piles were seen as waste, but a local company is partnering with Florida Polytechnic University to find Florida gold in these mountains.
There are a lot of rare earth elements within the United States, but they are buried within, mining waste.
Rare earth elements make up tiny but key components in every electronic device, cell phones, computers, TVs, and even our military's weapons. And right now, 95% of the world's supply is produced in China.
Yes, it is a national security issue.
China controls the market, the price, and availability of metals needed to make so many of the products we depend on. COVID-19 showed us the supply chain can be disrupted.
I think that could be catastrophic for us, and that's why it is a national security issue.
3 hours away in Bartow, Florida, Dr. Jim Meny is the business director at the Florida Industrial and Phosphate Research Institute at Florida Polytechnic University. His team works with Critical Materials Corporation, based here in Jacksonville. Steve MacArthur, executive vice president, tells me rare earth elements are actually common, but they're found in tiny amounts, making them tough to harvest.
You have to spend the time to extract it from the other materials that it's in, because it's in small quantities, and then you have to purify it.
He says China's had the advantage for years because they're not worried about the environment or safety.
They put deaths on their balance sheets for these plants.
MacArthur says his company can safely and cleanly pull product from these waste piles. The challenge is how to do it at a price that competes with China. He says they're spending millions on research, and they're getting close. That's the bet, right? You're betting that
That's correct.
You can do that.
That's exactly correct, John.
MacArthur says if they win that bet, it's a win for Florida and the country.
To be able to do the research in Florida and then create the factory in Florida would provide, economic benefit to the state.
MacArthur told me they are within a couple of years of building a factory, and that means jobs and eventually could make a big cut into that 95% dependency on China.